What is going on, YouTube fam? Back with another video. First and foremost, I want to apologize if my audio sounds more echoey than usual. That's because I removed my flooring. I'm having all my flooring replaced. So I'm basically sitting on the slab of my house at this point. But yeah, just got a quick one. Watched his Adam Priest video the other day. I thought it was interesting and wanted to give my thoughts on it. So let's not waste too much time. Let's go ahead and watch it and react to the video. Again, this isn't a blind react because I've already seen the video, but I just thought I'd give my thoughts on it. Let's go ahead and get to it.
Yo, today's topic.
What happened?
Vanilla shaming.
Vanilla shaming.
Yeah. Well, there's kink shaming and there's vanilla shaming. I don't think people kink shame anymore. I think they vanilla shame.
I would tend to agree with Abba right here. It seems like the more progressive we become as a society, the more kinks are celebrated, and the more vanilla sex is kind of frowned upon. It's like you gotta be freakier than the next person. It's like, I don't know. I think it's totally cool if you just want to have like a basic ass sex life. There's nothing wrong with that. But yeah, let's go ahead and continue.
Now, yes.
I don't think kink shaming is even. I think it's vanilla shaming now.
Yes.
If you tell people you're not into weird stuff or any freaky stuff, they're like, oh, you're so normal. Oh, you're so boring. I'm not going.
And there's nothing wrong with being normal. There's nothing wrong with being boring. Hey, I mean, sex is supposed to be enjoyable. You're supposed to try new things, but like, there's also should be a balance and a limit. Like, there's things I just won't try with a person. Like, I've had people, I had a girl in the previous past like offer me this, and I thought it was highly offensive. She legitimately asked me if I'd like to get pegged, and I was like, no. Why would you? Have you ever asked any other men that you've been with if they would like that? And she was like, no. So I asked her, so what makes you think that I'd be comfortable with that, or you feel comfortable enough to ask me that? And her response was just basically like, just because. So I don't know what she saw that made her think that I'd be cool with that. Definitely wasn't. It was definitely a turnoff after that. She said she wanted to feel it, and she wanted to feel like she was in control, but at my expense, not gonna happen. Anyways, let's continue.
Why? That's become a big old pet peeve of mine. Why? Because I'm vanilla. But there's more to it.
You're hurt.
I'm actually not hurt. What I think it is, I think there's a misconception out there when it comes to what qualifies as quote unquote good or not good bedroom fun. What makes sex good for some people is going to be different for others. But the way a lot of people are introduced to anything bedroom related or anything intimacy related is, i.e., through adult videos or B, through physical responses to things. But when you don't know what you're doing in the bed.
Yep, I will agree with him on that. There's a lot of things that I learned from adult videos that, and things I've tried that I would have never otherwise even thought about, you know what I mean? So that's kind of true. That's kind of how I learned. And I was actually, and this is not a good thing, I'm not saying this is flex, right? But I was actually exposed to it at a very young age. I think I might have been like 4 or 5 years old when I was exposed to that. And it was by mistake. I just so happened to get up early in the morning, like really early. I was gonna watch cartoons, and I turned on the TV, and back in the day, it was late night. That's what they used to put on TV before they put on the cartoons. I mean, I don't know if it was like that in the U.S. I'm not originally, I wasn't born in the U.S., so at least in the country I'm from, so I'm from Dominican Republic. That's what they did back in the day. So you turn on the TV and the channels before 6 in the morning. That's what they had. But prior to that, I did not know that was the thing. I just so happened to get up early one day to watch the cartoons, and I was met with that. So, yeah.
But if you think that's what makes you good at intercourse, you have no idea what the fuck you're doing. No clue. If you can't even do the basics, what is the basic? Can you even touch someone well? Because best believe, a lot of you motherfuckers have no idea how to touch someone in a way that makes them feel physically good. Some of y'all don't even know how to kiss people in a way that feels physically good. What I mean, you only have your way of kissing. You don't know how to adapt. It's almost like dancing. It is. You have your way of dancing, but if a partner is at a basic level or at an advanced level, you're going to do different things. You can't just try to do every spin you want to do if your follow can't do that shit. But the way some of y'all motherfuckers is, y'all be just using tongue like it's anybody. Some women don't like tongue. Some women like it. You have to even know how to look at the cues.
I agree with him. When you have a new partner, at least for me, not with everybody, but at least for me, it's always awkward at the beginning because you're still trying to learn that person and they're trying to learn you. If you're just going in there with with you're going to do whatever you're going to do and then that's what's going to be it, then, I guess it depends, right? Because if you're just doing a one night stand or whatever, where you don't care, you're going to get your rocks off, the person's going to get their rocks off, whatever, then cool. But if it's somebody that you're messing with, that you're going to want to mess with on a consistent basis, or somebody that you're looking to get into a relationship with, it's a good idea to learn what their body reacts to, positively and negatively. So,
but it doesn't mean you're actually good at the activity. It's akin to being in a sport like basketball and thinking you're an expert because you can do hook shots. Can you dribble? Can you post up? Can you cross? Can you do any other skill? Just because you got one particular skill, it doesn't mean you're a well-rounded player. Just because you got one interesting king, it don't mean you're well-rounded when it comes to sex in general.
This I agree with him as well, right? I just recently came back from Mexico. I had like an eye-opening experience. Basically, like a chick that I met up over there, Mexican chick. It ties back to what I was talking about earlier. Like I wasn't planning to be with her, but that weekend that I was in Mexico, right? So I didn't really care. But she pretty much told me, this is kind of embarrassing. I've never had nobody ever tell me this. She tried to tell me that I wasn't pleasuring her the way that Mexican men have pleasured her. That the reason that Mexican men tend to be very good because they care about pleasing the women. And I'm not going to lie, that kind of hurt a little bit. That made me feel some kind of way. But it ties back to what I was saying. It's true. If you don't take the time to learn the person, or even learn how to kiss the person right, or even if you know how to do it, you don't take the time to actually make an effort to do those things, it's just not going to be a good experience for the other person because you're just worried about yourself. So,
not because you know how to dunk that you know how to play basketball. Okay, you said something that was interesting. You said a lot of you don't know your bodies and you don't know your thing and stuff like that. And a lot of women they don't have orgasm and stuff like that. It's funny how the narrative that is out there is that 73% of women never 73% of women never had an orgasm, and I understand that. And the narrative is that they put the fault on the man. But for a woman to achieve the O, you have to not only know your body, know your pressure points, but you have to...
interesting point that Preach is bringing up here, because literally, back to that story in Mexico, that chick knew what would make her get to that point, and she would make me do it. And I thought that was interesting because, yeah, a lot of girls and even a lot of guys don't know what a Ross is. I'm not trying to make this about a guy versus girl thing, and a lot of guys don't know what a Ross is a girl or how to get that girl to that point. But a lot of girls don't even know themselves what gets them to that point. You know what I mean? So, interesting point.
Yeah, I think the issue that some women may encounter in some situations is that some dudes don't care. I love Myron Gaines, where it's like, she goes, but I don't care.
Pump
it's not important. Yeah. So there's dudes who approach.
Yep. Kind of like basically everything we've been talking about this entire video. A lot of guys just don't care, especially if it's just like a one night stand. They don't care if you come or not. It's not a priority. They're just trying to get theirs and maybe get some in the morning if you don't feel too shameful. You know what I mean? As a woman, if you don't feel too ashamed, they might get some in the morning too.
Why? Because if you knew the differences, you would actually try it with your partner and be like, ooh, do that again. Now you guys can enjoy it even more.
Motherfuckers don't talk. They just assume they just know how to do it.
No.
Sometimes it's good to not know.
And people lie to each other all the time. You know how many women I heard think they give good head and that technique is trash? Listen, if you've ever been with a night...
But I will say this. I'm guilty of not having told women that they need to fix that. I just kind of take it even if it's not that pleasurable. And so that's my fault. But yeah, I totally agree with him. But it's because And I get it, right? Because you don't want to offend your way out of some poo. You don't want to do it. So, because if you tell this girl that, oh my God, your head sucks or whatever, like you're not doing a good job, she might feel some type of way, and then now she don't want to do nothing. So you just kind of just take it, and it is what it is. Because it's possible to offend your way out of some, you know what I mean? So, but yeah, I know exactly what he's talking about.
Walker, you know, somebody who works in the industry. Yo, listen, that technique ain't the same as you regular ladies. Y'all think y'all fired? You not. You average at best. Oh, but I make the man. Listen, dudes will come on anything. Don't mean you was great. And just because you know how to make a dude do it when you use your hands or your mouth, doesn't mean you know how to make all guys do it. You don't have that super, but you've convinced yourself because you've had some good feedback. That don't make you amazing at it.
Yeah, no, I'm just making you amazing. Maybe someone lied to you. Maybe you're good though. Maybe.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. I think in my life total that I actually knew what they were doing, and I'm not talking about like those bad ones. Like some are regular, but like best I've ever had. Like maybe 3 chicks in my life ever. So yeah, he's right. But I just usually keep my mouth shut. If it's regular, I don't pretend. I don't try to gas up the girl or whatever and have her feeling some type of way. But anyways,
Be good. Or whatever. No, I got nothing else.
All right, listen, I just wanted to talk about this because, like,
so yeah, so that was the video. That was my reaction. I don't really have anything else to say. I definitely agree with a lot of the points that he made in this video. I just thought it was funny. Saw this video a few days ago, and I thought it'd be nice to react to it because I definitely do see some things here, like I said, that I agree with, and something that I just have my perspective on. But anyways, that's the video, guys. Hope to see you in the next one. Peace.